What's your thoughts?
Feel on it. My girl likes to party all the time. Party all the time.
I think we should do separate ones.
Or like a Big Brother video journal.
Yeah. What do you reckon?
I kind of like it.
We can obviously listen. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, no, I kind of like the idea. I think that's
But I was thinking, like, if we do two separate ones and then we come together and be like, so this is how we overcame this.
Yeah,
this
I
is
like it.
that.
Okay, hang. This is our very first episode of Sofa Sessions.
Hello there.
Hello.
Welcome to the sofa.
So, my first question would be, so we've been in quarantine for about 4 weeks.
Yeah.
How have you found it so far?
It's been interesting, would be the word I would use. I've actually found it incredibly beneficial for my mental health because I haven't had to go to work. So I haven't had to deal with that struggle, which has been really, really, really nice. And I hate to sound like someone that's actually making a good thing out of this crisis, but finally, I don't wake up with the anxiety of going outside, of going into an office, of sitting at a desk and being surrounded by people. So actually, in that sense, the quarantine's treated me rather well. I've picked up new hobbies as well, which is really good. I've learned a new song on the ukulele. I've learned 2 tricks on the levy wand. Practiced with my ISIS wings. Learned some pole. It's done me some good, but it's also made me realise just how much I miss human contact and how much I miss just being around people and just being able to sit in a group where you're not quite touching, but your personalities are kind of interweaving together and just making a tapestry of awesome. I miss that.
I love a good human tapestry.
Yeah, sounds like the human centipede.
Oh no, we don't need to go that far. Just a little bit of skin on skin contact would do.
Yeah.
So do you think that afterwards there are certain things that you would like to continue?
Definitely. I'd like to carry on with the hobbies, hopefully. I'd really like to carry on with the gardening that we've been doing because that's been amazing. It's something that we can do together and that means a lot to me. I'd really like to carry on learning the levy wand. The ISIS wings are just so much fun because they're pretty and we can share them.
What have you found that the hardest part has been?
Not being able to do what I want. I'm quite hedonistic, so not being able to just go out and meet someone at the pub for a drink, not be able to stop and chat with a friend in the street, not be able to go out and just dance the night away.
And is that because you miss the social aspect, or is it more just being able to actually do what you want to do?
I think it's an element of both. I think I definitely miss the social aspects. I mean, with my anxiety, it has kind of made things almost easier. Now I'm just with you. You know me so well, I can be myself with you, and it's easy. And to be able to be that way around someone is so releasing and comforting. But I do miss the social aspect of being around other people and having the interactions with everyone.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
I do indeed. And you miss dancing.
Yeah, I miss dancing so much. I miss bass spin at the beach. I miss the Volks. I miss a big stack of speakers and loud, filthy drum and bass, I've got to admit.
No, that sounds very much like what I'm missing too. I'm with you on that. Very productive first week?
Yeah, things were good the first week. It was optimistic. I think there was the optimism of a new adventure, of not really knowing what was going to happen. So the optimism kept me buoyant.
Yeah.
I suppose.
And then how did that go into the second week?
As I went into the second week, things got harder. It's kind of sank in that this is reality now. This is it for the long haul. And I found it really quite traumatizing realising that I have to now deal with myself and live with myself and work on those things, I guess.
And so in the third week, did you kind of start seeing the good parts of the fact that you can work on yourself and that you can work on those things, or did that take until the fourth week?
I'm not really sure. I think looking back on our videos, I think the third week I felt a renewed sense of buoyancy, and the fourth week I feel like I started settling into it a bit more properly. And now I feel like it's kind of reached a crux where now I'm actually realizing I can do this levy one, for example. I can practice that and learn that because I have the time. So it's going to be okay because I have hobbies.
And I'm wondering if we're going to get to a month and get used to it.
Yeah. Well, we're approaching a month, aren't we now? I suppose. I can't remember when we started isolation.
Yeah, it was about a month ago.
That's a good question.
But you feel like you're kind of settling into it now?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've got to, otherwise I will completely lose my mind. So I found that actually trying hobbies has been actually really good. I've broken through that really bizarre limit that I had on myself of there's no point in doing anything because you're not immediately good at it. So if I can't do something once the first time I try it, then there's no point in me ever doing it again. I think I've gone through that, so I think that's really helpful and it's been really good.
That's a great barrier to break as well, isn't it?
It's really, really good. I've had it since childhood, so to be able to break through that has been quite something. I feel like an adult now.
And what are your main hobbies that you've taken up?
So my hobbies so far are resin is on a back burner at the moment. I need more resin. I've got a levy wand, which is really fun, very frustrating, but I need some space to do that, so that needs to be done on the roof terrace. Ukulele, I learned a song today, learned a few chords. What was my other thing? I've been doing pole. I've choreographed some pole.
A bit of gardening?
Some gardening, yeah. Quite a few things actually have cropped up.
Yeah, well that's great. And do you think that it's, throwing yourself into these extra things and these extra skills that are going to get you through these harder times when we're stuck in not being able to be hedonistic, so to speak?
Yes, I think so. I think the fact that I'm with someone who I can be myself around completely and unconditionally, and
you don't have to pick me up, just because I'm the interviewer.
Shut up. And the fact that I have now broken that barrier and can learn new things, I think is going to save me. I think that will be my saving grace.
And what would you say to kind of other people out there? What are the kind of, for you, the 3 most difficult things about the quarantine?
Oh, no. Oh, the 3 most difficult things. 3 most difficult things. No raves. No sex. No hugs.
Rave, sex and hugs?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm a hedonist. I miss all of those things.
Pretty similar to mine, I'm gonna say.
Exactly. Yeah, but that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, rave, sex and hugs.
Yeah. The hedonist, we miss the hedonism, the freedom to be able to be who we truly are.
Yeah.
Around each other.
A bit of tactile, bit of touch.
Yeah. Oh, a bit of touch.
I keep doing really weird faces. And what would you say are the 3 things that you're going to hold on to that are going to get you through all of this?
My family, video chats with all my family. My family are completely and utterly bonkers, all of them, and I love them to bits, and video chatting them with them will help. Hobbies, pursuing them to death, and you.
Aww, you're nice to me, little cutie.
Fuck off.
No pants. No pants for the interview. No pants needed for this
No pants
interview.
interview. Right, hang on, let me think. Where are our bloody earrings?
They're in China.
They're not. They said they've landed.
But they're in China.
Are they really in China?
They're in China. Right, we ready? So, hi there, Miss Lorna Crease. How are you doing this evening?
I'm very well, thank you, Miss Eva Wilshire. How are you doing?
It's lovely to get a chance to interview you. I've been I'm an admirer of your work for a while.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm truly humbled, considering I haven't done any work. That's fantastic.
How being a child in the African desert was for you?
Well, in my corner of the world, I can't do this.
Tell us about, your quarantine living. So, how long have you been quarantined for?
Approximately 84,372 days. No, that was a lie. We'll just film it all.
But I have not been able to do an interview since I stopped making Eva's World.
Oh, you haven't, have
and
you?
I miss it. I love interviewing people.
You do. You do. That's your profession.
I do Eva's World normally.
Eva does Eva's World, and
I have no world to Eva anymore.
this is very sad. So we decided to do the sofa sessions instead. Hi.
Sofa sessions.
Sofa sessions. We love the sofa sessions. Chilling on the sofa. It's time for some honesty. It's the honesty episode. Where we get real about what's been going on in our heads.
I feel like maybe we should do these once a month.
Yes, I think we should as well.
A bit of an honesty session.
Honesty sessions. Yeah, that would be really good. They say like a brainstorm, although that's not a politically correct term.
Is it not? Why is it not?
I don't know why it's not politically correct, but apparently a brainstorm, it would be a good thing to do.
Like a mind map.
Yeah. We could do a mind map. We could do a video mind map.
A video mind map. That'd be
That's
crazy.
Pretty trippy. I love it. So, Eva.
Yes, hi.
How are you doing? What's your state at the moment? How are you feeling?
Right this minute, I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
But I've been very, very up and down. But
Yeah.
I mean, me normally is kind of like that anyway.
Yeah.
So then add Corona to it and it's like, whoo.
Yeah.
But life is a roller coaster and you've just got to ride it.
Life's a roller coaster.
Except now you've got to definitely keep your arms and legs inside the car at all times.
And probably disinfect them as well. Yeah.
And wear a mask.
And wear a mask. So, what would you say has been the hardest thing about the quarantine for you?
I think the most difficult thing was finally getting to a point in my life where I felt like I was able to be a normal person.
Yeah.
Where I was going to have the motivation and the dedication, and I'd learned all the stuff. I'd got to the point I was ready to take on what life had to throw at me. And at that exact point, it said, oh, no. We're going to revert life to being much more suitable to a version of you that is agoraphobic and lazy and depressed and bulimic, and I feel like I've been thrown back to all the absolute worst versions of me.
Yeah.
It's been very, very difficult to deal with.
I can't even imagine how that must be for you. I understand some of your mental health troubles, obviously, but I don't understand your personal journey. That's obviously something that you're going through yourself. What sort of coping mechanisms have you come up with? What sort of strategies have you developed so far?
My favourite strategy is lists. Always lists. I love a good list. I have so many lists and I like lists. I like being able to check off what I've done so I keep feeling motivated.
Mm-hmm.
Another huge strategy is to have a rest day when I need it.
Yeah.
And that was always a little bit of a strategy that I've kind of learned over time with both my mental and physical health.
Yeah.
Even when I want to try and achieve something in life, I have to have the occasional rest day. If things get too much, I just have to take time off. And I used to get really guilty about it. But if you get guilty about the rest days, then they become rest weeks.
Yeah.
If you just have one rest day and then you start again the next day, it's that, it'll start again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And knowing that things will be different when you start again tomorrow is probably the biggest thing that gets me through life. Knowing that if you have a bad day, it will start again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, but at the same time, though, if you have a good day, I never want it to end, which maybe
Yeah.
is why I never go to sleep if I'm having a really good time. I do want the days to end, and I want to get as much done in the days before they end as I can. So
Yeah.
I've been trying to really do that.
Yeah.
Are
you structuring your days much? Have you structured your days?
Yeah, there's a lot of structure. Well, in my mind there's a lot of structure. On the paper, on all the to-do lists, there's a lot of structure.
Yeah.
But then, unfortunately, when when it actually comes to it, when I wake up in the morning and I've got this list saying 9 a.m, 10 a.m, 11 a.m, and I'm like, yeah, but I kind of rather do this. But what I've done is I've bought 3 notepads.
Yeah.
And I've got a timetable, like a school timetable. So my notepads have one's for media, one's for dance and PE, and one's PSE, like personal social education.
Oh, I see.
I'm treating it like school.
Yeah.
I've got my timetable, I've got my journals for each different subject. So then within my timetable, I spend some time on, so the personal social education would be like cleaning, gardening, health. And then you've got PE and dance and yoga.
Yeah.
Which is all of the kind of dance stuff that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to try and keep on top of. And then you've got media, which is like a mix of script writing and video editing and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And that includes the blog. And to be honest, one of the things that is keeping me sane is doing this blog.
Yeah. Sometimes
I will literally be sat in the toilet and I will think I'm being filmed. And I'll be like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, hang on, I'm doing this to myself. Like, I am choosing to feel like I'm being filmed 24/7. But it keeps me sane. It means that I can keep I can keep track of what week it is.
Yeah.
I can keep track of what day it is, how many days it's been. I can keep track of how I've been feeling week to week.
Yeah.
And I can watch myself back.
Yeah.
I can watch our interactions back.
Yeah.
I can remember, you know, in week, I think it's week 2 or something, when we sat in the dress and the suit.
Yeah.
And we had our meeting.
Oh, yeah.
So when we watched over the footage of that meeting and we saw what plans we put in place.
Yeah.
It's very fascinating to watch that back.
Are there any hobbies? Is there anything that you can think of that you could pick up now at this point that you would like to take on, or have you got so many projects on the go already?
I'm kind of hobby central. Like hobby is me, really, isn't it?
Is there something you'd particularly like to do? Something you really fancy?
I have 2 hobbies in the waiting area.
Yeah.
Like in the queue list. So, like, you know when you've got the little bars, like, I'm working on this, I'm working on that, I'm working on that. So, yeah, queued up, you've got Learn Chinese and Learn Coding.
Excellent. Oh, wow.
So, they're queued up.
Yeah.
But before that, we've got the sort out the... No, that I've got to. That's way up. Like, sort out the bathroom is like tomorrow.
Yeah.
But the next kind of important thing, I need to get the portfolio sorted for the masters in script writing, and look into the online version of the personal training course.
Yeah.
So a mix of those 2 things. I can't do both at the same time. I'm going to have to decide which I want to do.
Yeah.
It's quite difficult because I would do the masters in script writing if this is going to be locked down for like 2 years. But I would do the personal training online course if it's going to last for 2 months, and then 2 months later I can do the rest of the personal training course.
Yeah.
So right now it is playing into my bipolar personalities.
Yeah.
Because I've got one of my personalities who stays in and does editing and script writing and stuff like that. And then I've got the other one that goes out and tells people what to do and dances and performs. And but the exercising, the energetic bossy boots.
Yeah.
There's the energetic bossy boots, and there's the little thinky brain person.
Yeah.
and
Bossy Boots and Tinky Brain.
Bossy Boots and Finky Brain, yeah.
Yeah, we've got your two.
Oh my god, that is Miss Bossy Boots and Finky Brain. And they are so confused. They are confused at the moment. They don't know who to put in charge, basically.
Oh, so we've worked. Well, I'm glad we've worked that out. So
that has actually helped. Yeah, like when we watch this back, I'll be like, I've worked out my life plans now.
Yeah, we've reconciled too. That's fantastic.
Oh no, they haven't reconciled yet. We've worked out who they are.
We've reconciled that they exist.
Maybe that should be next on the list.
Yeah.
In queue.
Yeah.
Merging my two personalities together.
Yeah. Sofa Sessions episode 2.
Hang on, I think we should probably add to at the very bottom of my hobby list.
Yeah.
Sort out my mental health.
Do you know what? I've actually given up on having mental health. I don't have it anymore. It's gone. It can fuck off.
I've got to say, I think that is one of the things that has helped me in this last week is the sliding into it. You know, I did feel so good when I came back, and the first week was like, yeah, positive, we can get through it, we can do this.
Yeah.
The second week was still kind of half feeling that. And then, you know, as you kind of slowly realise, no, you can't just keep going how it was before.
Yeah.
And I've gone, well, really? Is it that bad to just kind of slide back into my ways? Because my ways weren't that bad. You know, I was still doing stuff. I was still a motivated person. I just stayed inside a lot.
Yeah.
Which is kind of perfect for right now, isn't it?
It is.
It's literally, all my mental health over the years has been building me up for this.
It's peaked, hasn't it? It's really peaked. I feel you there, actually. I feel like I've spent so much time with my mind always in crisis mode that now it's actually crisis mode. My brain is like,
oh,
everyone else is in crisis mode as well. Finally, about time. Everything's caught up.
They've got with the programme.
Oh, excellent. They've got with the programme, haven't they?
3 easiest things. So it's kind of how I lived life before, when I was depressed anyway. So it's easy to slide back into it.
Yeah.
I'm with one of my favourite people in the entire world, and a third one, my brain. My brain can keep me entertained for anything, I reckon. It will go mental, but if I just let it go, like, yeah, I think I can entertain myself.
Let it go! What 3 things will you work on to make yourself feel better?
Okay, yeah, I like that. I've got to keep up my exercise habits.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure that I'm making... It's not necessarily about being skinny. It's about being fit and healthy and making sure that my body can do all of the really cool things I want it to do.
Yeah.
Because how cool would it be to come out of this and be able to, I don't know, walk on my hands or something? Do you know what I mean? It's really cool. One is trying to stay motivated to the point that I feel like I'm still achieving something in my life and it doesn't become stagnant.
Yeah.
And the third one is probably something social, but there is so much condensed into that, it's kind of difficult.
Yeah.
There's something to do with being open and honest about how I'm feeling consistently and making sure that I react well to others, but within what I need.
Yeah.
Maybe pushing myself to do video chatting more. I really don't like it, but it's the only way I can feel close to people. So I'm going to try that really, really hard.
Yeah.
And
you're very good at video chatting, Archie. And
oh, but he's a little pudding. No, it kills me though. Honestly, it absolutely kills me because I remember what it's like to actually be there, to be able to hug him.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard, and I think that's why I don't like video chatting.
Yeah.
Because I can forget how hard it is until they're right there. I truly believe that we can all get through this, and I know that it'll be fine, but I can't wait to get to the point where I can hug my little nephew, where I can hug my mum.
Yeah.
Where I can see Lucy and give her a snuggle and like have a glass of wine with her.
Yeah.
Like, Nikki, oh my god, when I bumped into her in the street and we had to like do that from afar.
Yeah.
It just, honestly, it breaks my little heart. I think, yeah, hugs, you know, when you said earlier, hugs are the things.
Hugs.